Just about everyone in the piece wanted a piece of the Premier when she visited the region last Friday, but make no mistake, Christy Clark was here for the gas. The Premier visited Fort St. John and Dawson Creek Friday afternoon for a whirlwind tour of the region that lies at the center of her plan to ship liquefied natural gas to lucrative Asian markets. Clark began the official part of her tour with a stop at Northern Lights College in Dawson Creek to ink a $250 million deal with AltaGas, which plans to build a network of LNG facilities to supply gas to domestic customers. But the unannounced portion of Clark's tour began before that. The Premier had an impromptu meeting with leaders of the Treaty 8 Tribal Association, who had earlier requested a meeting with the Premier to discuss their concerns about the pace of natural gas development.
What we talked about was resetting our government-to-government relationship, finding a new way for us to sit down together and work through all of the cumulative impacts, the environmental impacts, the water impacts, the potential job impacts for the different First Nations, to do them all at one table, if we can, with each First Nation, recognizing that each First Nation has unique needs. I thought it was a very productive meeting.
The chief of the Moberly Lake First Nation, Roland Wilson, told the Alaska Highway News that the meeting was a first step in repairing a strained relationship between his First Nation and the province, saying, quote, "It's a shame the meeting had to happen the way it did. Clark is going around promoting LNG, and we're the last people she's talked to." From the college, Clark was whisked away to an event at an Encana water facility moments before striking teachers descended on the announcement. The Premier donned a monogrammed set of coveralls and spoke about the importance of getting what she called a 150-year supply of gas to Asia, where buyers will pay many times more the going rate in North America. From there, the hard hats came off, and the Premier was off to meet with the party faithful in Dawson Creek. Back in town, Clark was again shadowed by teachers who demanded a mediator be brought in to help bring the teachers in the province to an agreement on wages and class composition. However, Clark said the differences between the teachers' demands and what the province was willing to offer were still too great for a mediator to do any good.
I think I'd be surprised if there would be a mediator, a credible one, who would be prepared to take it on. The parties are so far apart. The government on the weekend brought forward about $1.2 billion for the teachers' union to the table, including class composition, including wages, including a bonus. The teachers' union is still about $2.2 billion in demands over that. It's just not close enough for a mediator at this stage.
Clark's government did announce some puzzling news about both teachers and natural gas on their trip north. According to a news release, new gas operations will not be permitted within 1 kilometer of a school. By just after 6 p.m., Clark was on a plane headed south. For Alaska Highway News, I'm Johnny Wakefield.